Welcome back to Narrations. For years, the Avengers have fought to protect Earth. They defeated Ultron. They stopped Loki. They survived the civil war that tore their team apart. But none of those battles prepared them for the enemy now coming for them. Thanos. A warlord who believes the universe has too many living beings. His solution is terrifying. Collect all 6 Infinity Stones. And erase half of all life in the universe. The story begins aboard the Asgardian refugee ship. Thor and the surviving Asgardians are traveling through space after the destruction of Asgard. But their journey is interrupted. A gigantic spacecraft appears. The ship belongs to Thanos. His forces have already attacked the Asgardians. Thor is beaten. Loki is captured. Heimdall is badly wounded. Thanos demands the Tesseract. Loki had secretly taken it from Asgard before the ship was destroyed. Thor refuses to give it up. Thanos threatens to kill Thor. Loki finally hands over the Tesseract. Thanos crushes it in his hand. Inside is the Space Stone. He adds it to his Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos then demands the second prize: Loki's allegiance. For a moment, it appears Loki might betray his brother. But instead, Loki attempts to stab Thanos. Thanos easily stops him. He grabs Loki by the neck. Thor watches helplessly. Loki looks at his brother and quietly says that he is not the monster everyone believes him to be. Thanos kills him. Thor screams. The Mad Titan leaves the ship. Moments later, the Asgardian vessel is destroyed. Thor is left drifting through space. Far away, Bruce Banner is falling through the darkness. The Hulk has been missing since the battle with Thor. Now Banner is suddenly sent crashing back to Earth. He lands inside the Sanctum Sanctorum. Doctor Strange and Wong discover him. Banner immediately warns them. Thanos is coming. Tony Stark arrives at the Sanctum. For the first time since their argument in Civil War, Tony and Bruce see each other. Bruce explains everything. Thanos has been searching for the Infinity Stones. He already has the Power Stone. Now he has the Space Stone. If he collects all 6, he can destroy half the universe with a single snap. Doctor Strange possesses the Time Stone. Tony realizes that Earth is now one of Thanos' targets. Suddenly, the Black Order arrives. Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian attack the city. Their goal is simple: take the Time Stone from Doctor Strange. Tony, Strange, and Wong fight back. Spider-Man suddenly swings into the battle. Peter Parker has followed Tony's spacecraft. Tony is furious. But Peter refuses to leave. He joins the fight. Ebony Maw captures Doctor Strange. He takes Strange aboard his spacecraft. Tony and Peter chase after them. Peter climbs onto the ship. Tony follows. They discover Strange being tortured. Maw attempts to force him to surrender the Time Stone. Strange refuses. Peter and Tony rescue him. During the escape, Peter uses a clever trick involving the ship's airlock. Ebony Maw is sucked into space. The heroes survive. But their destination is now clear: Titan, Thanos' home world. Meanwhile, Wanda and Vision are attacked in Scotland. Vision possesses the Mind Stone. Thanos wants it. The Black Order attempts to remove it from Vision's forehead. Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon arrive just in time. They rescue Wanda and Vision. Steve and Natasha reunite with them. After everything that happened during Civil War, the old team is coming back together. But Steve knows they cannot stay in hiding anymore. The universe is at war. The group travels to Wakanda. King T'Challa agrees to help. The Wakandans have the technology necessary to remove the Mind Stone from Vision while protecting his life. Shuri begins working on the procedure. But everyone knows the enemy is coming. And when Thanos arrives, Wakanda will have to defend the Mind Stone at any cost. Meanwhile, Thor is still drifting through space. He is found by the Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Quill, Gamora, Rocket, and Drax discover him. Thor tells them what happened. Thanos killed Loki. And he is collecting the Infinity Stones. Gamora becomes deeply disturbed. She knows Thanos better than anyone. He raised her. And she knows exactly how dangerous he is. Thor reveals that Thanos is heading toward the remaining stones. Gamora tells him that the Mad Titan already knows where the Reality Stone is. Thor realizes they have to move quickly. The Guardians split up. Rocket and Groot travel with Thor. They head toward Nidavellir, a legendary forge where Thor hopes to obtain a weapon powerful enough to defeat Thanos. The others continue searching for Thanos. Gamora finally tells Peter a terrible secret. She knows where the Soul Stone is. And Thanos has forced her to reveal its location. But she makes Peter promise something. If Thanos ever captures her, he must kill her before Thanos can use her to find the stone. Peter reluctantly promises. Gamora believes she may be the only person capable of stopping Thanos. Thanos arrives at nowhere. He has already obtained the Reality Stone from the Collector. Gamora attacks him. She believes she has finally found an opportunity to kill him. But Thanos uses the Reality Stone to overpower everyone. Peter arrives. He points his weapon at Thanos. Gamora begs him to kill her. Peter pulls the trigger. For a moment, it appears he has kept his promise. But Thanos has already transformed the weapon's bullets into harmless bubbles. Gamora is captured. Thanos takes Gamora aboard his ship. Nebula attempts to rescue her. But Thanos captures Nebula too. He tortures her mechanically to force Gamora to reveal the location of the Soul Stone. Gamora finally breaks. She tells him. The stone is on the planet Vormir. Thanos travels there with Gamora. Waiting on the planet is someone neither of them expected. The Red Skull. Once Steve Rogers' enemy, Johann Schmidt was cursed and transported to Vormir decades ago. Now he serves as the guardian of the Soul Stone. He explains the price. To obtain the Soul Stone, Thanos must sacrifice someone he truly loves. Gamora laughs. She believes Thanos is incapable of love. But as he looks at her, she realizes the truth. Despite everything he has done, Gamora is the one person he genuinely loves. Thanos pushes her from the cliff. She dies. And the Soul Stone appears. Meanwhile, Thor reaches Nidavellir. The forge is dying. The star that once powered it has gone dark. Thor meets Eitri, the Dwarf King. Eitri explains that Thanos forced him to create the Infinity Gauntlet. Then Thanos killed nearly everyone at the forge. Thor needs a new weapon. Something powerful enough to kill the Mad Titan. Together, they attempt to restart the dying star. Thor risks his life holding the mechanism open. The heat nearly kills him. But the star reignites. The forge awakens. Eitri creates a new weapon. Stormbreaker. Thor finally has the weapon he needs. Back on Earth, the armies of Thanos arrive in Wakanda. Thousands of alien creatures charge toward the city. The Wakandan warriors prepare for battle. Captain America steps forward. Black Panther stands beside him. The Avengers are ready. The battle for Earth has begun. And Thanos is only one stone away from completing his mission. The armies of Thanos have arrived in Wakanda. Thousands of alien creatures charge toward the city. The Wakandan warriors prepare for battle. Captain America stands beside Black Panther. Black Widow, Falcon, War Machine, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, and the rest of the Avengers are ready. Their mission is simple. Protect Vision. Because inside his forehead is the final Infinity Stone Thanos needs. The Mind Stone. Shuri works desperately to remove the stone from Vision. If she succeeds, Vision can survive without it. But they don't have much time. Outside, the battle begins. The Wakandan shields open. The alien army floods into the city. Captain America charges forward. Black Panther follows. Thor has not yet arrived. The Avengers are completely surrounded. The battle becomes increasingly desperate. Black Widow and Okoye fight side by side. Falcon attacks from above. War Machine rains fire on the enemy. Bruce Banner struggles to control the Hulk. After refusing to come out for most of the battle, Banner finally accepts that he has to fight. But instead of transforming into Hulk, he climbs into the Hulkbuster armor. The enormous machine charges into battle. Then, a powerful energy wave tears through the enemy forces. Thor has arrived. Rocket and Groot are with him. Thor lands on the battlefield carrying Stormbreaker. The weapon is so powerful that it destroys countless enemies with a single strike. The Avengers regain hope. For a moment, it looks like they might actually win. But Thanos isn't there yet. He is still searching for the final stone. The Mind Stone. Vision realizes what must happen. If Thanos reaches him, the stone must be destroyed. Wanda is the only person capable of doing it. But she can't bring herself to kill Vision. He tells her she has to. The future depends on it. The battle intensifies. The alien creatures overwhelm the defenders. Vision is attacked. Wanda tries to protect him. Captain America struggles against the enemy. Then Thanos arrives. He has the Space Stone, Reality Stone, Power Stone, Time Stone, Soul Stone. 5 Infinity Stones. Only one remains. The Mind Stone. Thanos walks through the battlefield. Thor sees him. He charges. Stormbreaker strikes Thanos directly in the chest. The blow is powerful enough to seriously injure him. Thanos falls. For a moment, everyone believes Thor has won. But Thanos is still alive. Thor rushes toward him. He believes he has finally avenged Loki. But Thanos smiles. He tells Thor that he should have aimed for the head. Then he uses the Infinity Stones. Thanos reaches Vision. Wanda finally understands. She uses her powers to destroy the Mind Stone. Vision dies. The explosion destroys the stone. Wanda collapses in grief. But Thanos has the Time Stone. He simply reverses time. The Mind Stone reforms. Vision comes back to life. Thanos tears the stone from his forehead. Vision dies again. The final Infinity Stone is now in Thanos' hand. Thanos places the Mind Stone into the Infinity Gauntlet. All 6 stones are together. For the first time, the Mad Titan has complete control over the universe. Thor attacks again. But Thanos uses the stones to stop him. The Avengers can do nothing. Thanos activates the completed gauntlet. He snaps his fingers. Silence. For a moment, nothing happens. Then the universe begins to change. Across Earth, people disappear. Across distant planets, people disappear. Heroes begin turning to dust. Bucky Barnes looks at Steve Rogers. His body slowly breaks apart. Sam Wilson disappears. T'Challa looks around in confusion. Then he vanishes. Groot disappears. Drax disappears. Mantis disappears. Peter Quill disappears. Doctor Strange looks toward Tony. He knows what is happening. He disappears too. Peter Parker begins fading away. He desperately holds on to Tony. He says he doesn't want to go. Tony tries to comfort him. Peter keeps apologizing. Then, Peter disappears. Tony is left alone. The battlefield becomes eerily quiet. Half of all life in the universe is gone. Thanos watches the destruction from a distant world. He has completed his mission. The universe has been balanced. Or so he believes. He sits quietly, watching the sunrise. For the first time, he is at peace. Back on Earth, the survivors stare at the empty battlefield. Captain America is devastated. Thor realizes he failed. Rocket is one of the few Guardians left. Bruce Banner remains trapped inside the Hulkbuster armor. Black Widow is still alive. War Machine survives. Okoye survives. But they have lost friends, family, and half the universe. Tony Stark and Nebula are stranded on Titan. Their spacecraft is damaged. There is no way home. Tony sits quietly. Everything he feared has happened. He couldn't protect the people around him. He couldn't stop Thanos. And now, he may never return to Earth. Doctor Strange had seen millions of possible futures before facing Thanos. He told Tony that there was only one future where they could win. Now, that future seems impossible. Before disappearing, Strange had handed Tony the Time Stone. He knew something Tony did not. The events that just happened may have been necessary. The final scene returns to Earth. Nick Fury watches people disappear around him. He realizes something terrible has happened. He reaches into his pocket and activates an old communication device. Before he disappears, he sends one final message. A symbol appears on the screen. A star. A red, blue, and gold emblem. Captain Marvel. The universe falls silent. Thanos has won. The Avengers have lost. The heroes who spent years protecting Earth are gone. And the survivors are left wondering how they could possibly undo what happened. But the story isn't over. Because somewhere beyond Earth, someone is coming. Someone powerful enough to change the balance once again. Avengers: Infinity War is ultimately a story about sacrifice, failure, and the cost of trying to save everyone. The Avengers have spent years believing that if they fight hard enough, they can always win. But Thanos is different. He doesn't want to rule the universe. He believes he is saving it. And that conviction makes him terrifying. The heroes fight together. They sacrifice everything. And still, they lose. Thanos collects all 6 Infinity Stones. He snaps his fingers. Half of all life disappears. The Avengers are broken. But one message survives. A message sent by Nick Fury in his final moments. A message for the hero who may be powerful enough to turn the tide. The battle is over. But the war isn't finished. If you enjoyed listening to this narration, please like, share, and subscribe for more movie stories. I'll see you in the next one.